so I got this guy zapped in, just tacked for now. Nice smooth edges for the most part. The bottom needs to be pushed out a little bit. It'll be fine. Yeah, that's in. So we got support for that L flashed part. So I'll come back to this. Now, back to this corner of erosion. All right. So yeah, I like to. These are obviously rosette welds or spot welds, whatever you want to call them. But because this metal is going to have to sit flat on this, I want to suck it back in to this flange here. So that's the whole point of doing it. Yeah, I could probably not do it and get away with it, but I've come this far, I might as well do it right. And there's a couple holes in the backside from these screws. It's really not a huge deal to just zap them and bring them back. So. Alrighty. So I'm going to finish weld this guy inside the truck so I don't have to dress it down here. So let's move over there. This is the second to last thing I'm fixing. Why that's like that. There we go. It's good enough. Sealed it up. I'll have to body work it. This is kind of a weird little spot right here. It's got some rust, so I may actually have to cut this little piece out right here, put it back, but I'm going to keep going on this cab corner, get that outside made. Right there's where we're at, and then I'm going to make a little piece right here. Just a little strip that'll go right there, weld it up, and then we got to work on getting this thing enclosed. So we'll work on that next. Alright, so I made this guy. This is the start of my piece here. See if I can get myself a line there. And this is going to start our front cap, I guess you could say. Like a little drain out there on the bottom, up in the corner there, just to let water come out. And so I matched this profile with the passenger side. It's really, really close. I mean, this is going to be behind the fender, so it's not that big of a deal. And then I'll just make the top cap, hopefully one piece. That should be something I'm capable of doing. But yeah, this is how you started, I guess. I don't know. Maybe someone else knows better. But I'm going to tack this in and get started. Struggling to make this piece, so I decided that I need to make this piece instead of trying to form that whole piece, which is like 16 gauge, maybe 14. That wasn't going to happen, so I decided on going with this piece here. This took forever to make for some reason. You know, you just have those days where nothing works everything falls apart, as demonstrated earlier. But I got it here. I'm just going to start on the top and tack it in, and then just kind of fold it into place as I go. And then make another piece to basically cap this side by another piece like this. It will certainly kick my butt. And then make this finished piece flat, because this is flat and this remains kind of up or above it, I guess you could say. So I want to just gonna do another piece here. It'll probably be easier to make. So, well, I guess I can show you guys what I'm doing here. So, this guy here, we get tacked in there, welded in, and yeah. What a pain in the butt, huh? This little corner that no one will ever see. Yay! Part of it, part of the car building realm. Alright, get this tacked in. And of course the welder decided to jam up on us. Not the wire turned it, got a knot before the feeder, or after the feeder roll, which is kind of weird. It only happens when the editor uses it. I don't know what's going on with that. This is how my day has been going. It's like, come on, man. I literally measured it like 3 times, but anyway. All right, so now I'm gonna make this piece, the straight one, and then come off the top of this guy with some sort of bent-shaped piece. So now this will get hopefully closed in, and I just have to make a slight arc around this. Easier said than done. But we'll see. You can see how thick of steel I'm working with here, so it's going to be interesting. And no English wheel, no power hammer. Wish me luck. All right, back at it on the old cap corner here. It is still looking the same way as you saw it last. I have been basically cut this out of another patch panel, and I think I started shaping it in the last segment. If I didn't, sorry. But basically, I made this shape based on the other side being a pretty gradual shape like that. It's not identical, but it's very close. And how I came to that is by using this standard Harbor Freight dolly hammer set. And basically just chuck this guy in the old vise and shaping it. Just old school. Just working with what I got. And I encourage you guys to do the same. So let's see where we're at on this, so we can finally get this thing burned in. So I've got a good fit here. You'll notice there's another step after I get this guy burned in. I'm going to do it just a little tiny panel right here to kind of smooth, just to emulate the stock appearance as much as within reason. I'm not going to go crazy because it's behind the fender. But now that you guys know, it means it's not just one of us that knows. So, and I like to make a reasonable effort, especially with this kind of stuff. No one else will do it, so I gotta do it. So, alright. So I guess I can show you. Let's see how close I am. The top, this guy needs to go in. Obviously it's kind of hard to hold try to get it butted up with the top here. Yeah, right there. So I think we're really close there. Yeah, I'm just kind of shaving away at this front edge until I have something. So I made a little silver mark there, and then I traced behind on this back side. So let's give it another shave down. Let's see where that lands us. I'm using analog tools today. I'm cutting way outside the line just so I don't go too far, because I've come this far. You don't want to screw it up. So now this guy, it's kind of a forgiving little area because you can bend it sharper, I guess, instead of scrapping the whole thing. So I'm not totally screwed if I go too far. Let's see what this affords us. Of course, the camera adds a whole nother level of difficulty. I don't know if you guys have ever turned a camera on while you're working on something. It makes things not go well sometimes. Yeah, we're close. Yeah, we are close. So you can see the front. Yeah, so I'm gonna take this little silver. I was a little cautious, so I went outside that silver line just to be sure. But let me just cut this real quick. I'll be right back. Looking pretty good. I think I just need to clean up this edge with the, then bend this bottom guy in here so it closes up. But I think we're getting somewhere. If I just make that edge a little smoother, the band file maybe, I think we'll be in business. The edge. Actually, I want to curve this edge too, so I'll show you how to do that. Man, that's pretty darn good. That's better than I expected it to come out. See that seam there? That is 100% acceptable in my book. Alright, I'm going to deburr this thing, clean the E-coat off of it, and we're going to zap it in. Be right back. For some reason, it stays. I'd say that's pretty good for a guy that doesn't know what he's doing. And it's closing up the hole. Alright, I'm going to get it buzzed in. Stand by. Alright, I'll suit it up. Ready to start gluing this thing in. That should do. Out of an SD card here, so that's where it's at now, and I'm going to go ahead and finish it up by putting this little return on, and then I'll cut little triangles for the corners just to give it back that look of factory, I guess. So there we go. You know what? I'm going to turn my heat up. Hold on. All right, there it is. Not too bad for just fabricate from scratch. And from me. So, got 5 seconds left on this card. On to the last piece on the other side.